Wow, the Gypsy King himself, Tyson Fury, looks to duck Deontay Wilder and fight Anthony Joshua's leftovers. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to my channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, I drop daily content, go live. Normally, I cover fights outside of when we're not in the pandemic and whatnot. ESPN Plus, use my link in the description. It does help the channel. When you guys click on that ESPN Plus link, they got a ton of original content, docuseries, documentaries to give you guys something to watch. ESPN Plus, get it as a standalone app, or you can bundle it, ESPN Plus, Hulu, and Disney Plus, all three apps for one low price of $12.99 a month. Now, this is pretty embarrassing. SkySports is reporting that Tyson Fury, one of the front runners for his alleged next fight, which he's saying and claiming is not going to be Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, which we all thought would be Fury's next fight. Fury's saying the Wilder contract expired and he wants a tune-up style homecoming fight. Previously in the past, Tyson Fury said he didn't want to fight for the UK because they turned their backs on him, you know, at one of the worst times of his life after he won the Klitschko fight and spiraled into depression or whatever, right? So it says Fury considering Takam as a homecoming fight. Horrendous. The link will be in the description. It says Tyson Fury search for an opponent, Carlos Takam considered for the WBC heavyweight champions homecoming fight. Tyson Fury is considering, you know, let me punch in, Carlos Takam as his next opponent, and a final decision on the WBC title fight could soon be made, says the Frenchman's promoter. Fury is now planning a UK homecoming in London December 5th after pulling the plug on a contracted third fight with Deontay Wilder, who he claims wanted to postpone their meeting until 2021. Now, Fury is clearly a maniac, and that makes no sense. Bob Arum did an interview. It's on Boxing Scene, and Bob Arum clearly says that the networks, not Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder, but the networks, say it with me, there's two networks, Fox and ESPN, and Bob Arum says the networks wanted the fight to be pushed back till 2021. They didn't want to compete with football, I think college football, the same day, and they preferred to push it back because they're going after the live crowd. Now, for some reason, Tyson Fury is insistent on going against what the networks want and not fighting Wilder next to fight a guy like Carlos Takam that Anthony Joshua beat by stoppage about 2-3 years ago when Kubrat Pulev, who he's about to fight, pulled out last minute. The preferred challengers for Fury are Carlos Takam and Ajit Cabello, two contenders who share top rank with the WBC heavyweight champion as a U.S. promoter. You know, Joe DeGuardia, the president of Star Boxing, who co-promotes Carlos Takam with top rank, told Sky Sports, quote, "Certainly I believe that when you look at who is out there and who is available, Carlos would be the best guy there to fight Fury." Asked if he would seek to strike a deal for Takam to fight Fury in December, DeGuardia says, absolutely, it's the heavyweight championship of the world, a great heavyweight champion who had a spectacular victory earlier in the year over Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. He's got a tremendous background story, and I think Fury is great for the game, so certainly fight of that magnitude with Carlos, blah, blah. I'm not even going to read all this. I can't even hold you. Oscar Rivas is fit. You know, so this is just all the people he wants to fight other than Wilder. Now, this is horrendous. Carlos Takam, he's a guy who's probably just over 6 foot, so he's probably one of the shorter heavyweights. You know, definitely in shape, but definitely short, especially when Fury's almost 7 feet tall. He's 6'9", and this is just horrendous. Nobody wants to see this, and this is what Fury did after he got knocked out unconscious versus Deontay Wilder in the first fight. He ran to ESPN, the top rank, and he had decided to take tune-up style fights. One of them ended up being really tough with Otto Wallin. The first one was Tom Schwartz. He got him out of there in the second round. Now he wants to fight a guy that Joshua beat 3 years ago, who, after the Joshua loss, also lost to Derek Chisora, who's about to fight against Usyk. So Derek Chisora knocked him out. Joshua knocked him out. And this is who Tyson Fury wants for a homecoming. Listen, it's looking real bad for the UK. Shit get bang. You know, you can say all that extra stuff. They're trying to pass and bypass Wilder and talk about a Joshua Fury fight. Listen, I don't know about the UK because, you know, they might support anything. Who knows at this point. But in America, that fight is not that big. It's not big at all. Bob Arum admits this. And if you're going the route of Joshua fighting Kubrat Pulev and Tyson Fury fighting a guy who lost to Joshua and lost to Derek Chisora in recent memory, like Carlos Takam, who just fought earlier this year against Jerry Forrest because Gerald Big Baby Miller failed a drug test, that's not really a star build. That's not like you look at Floyd Mayweather, some of his events. He fought Marcos Maidana coming off the Broner performance. He fought Shane Mosley coming off the Margarito performance, right? And you have Tyson Fury, who is fighting a guy who's coming off of a low-level fight with Jerry Forrest, who really was a last-minute replacement, you know, and it was a smaller fight because Gerald Miller failed a drug test. This is just bad. But the UK, you know, they're going to back everything that Tyson Fury does. But just know in America, that won't sell. Joshua already beat Takam. I don't really know anybody who wants to see Tyson Fury fight. I don't know why he's insistent on fighting. Deontay Wilder has a contract. Shelly Finkel made it very abundantly clear in interviews that Wilder's training, Wilder's ready, and Wilder wants Tyson Fury to be next. So hopefully Tyson Fury is bluffing and he's just talking and trying to get Wilder to talk or something, and he's really trying to fight Wilder next, because good luck to ESPN and their investment. They spent all this money on Tyson Fury, and he's given them one good fight, you know, one good fight that did numbers, which was Deontay Wilder. Otto Wallin fight wasn't bad, but it wasn't a fight people were anticipating, you know. Wilder versus Fury is the only, since he's been with ESPN, the only fight worth even speaking about, you know, in terms of blockbuster fight. So we'll see, you know. Tyson Fury has this deal with an American broadcaster, and the American, who a lot of Americans are behind, like Deontay Wilder, even in defeat, you don't want to rematch him. You're pulling out after being accused of cheating. This is making me feel Tyson Fury cheated even more, by the way. You know, why are you so insistent to fight this year as opposed to, so you could have a pay-per-view fight with Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder in that trilogy, and if you can beat him, then you're free to fight Takam. You're free to fight, you know, no one would be mad if you fought Wilder twice back-to-back and then fought a Carlos Takam, but it's the order of operations. Or if you went on to fight Anthony Joshua, but you want to squeeze in all these extra tune-up fights. I don't feel like Tyson Fury's confidence is exactly what he says, you know, in interviews. Because if it was, why does he need all these tune-ups? Why is he trying to dodge the immediate rematches with Wilder? Not once, but now twice. You know, it just doesn't make sense. And why fight a guy who, like Takam, who's been beaten recently by your nemesis, Joshua, and then also beaten by Derek Chisora? What does that really prove? It's just a waste of time. And December 5th, might I add, is also the day where the great Errol Spence Jr. is fighting Danny Swift Garcia. So, you know, ESPN has a real problem on their hands because Ryan Garcia's fight, he's fighting on that same day too. And Golden Boy Oscar De La Hoya already admitted that Ryan Garcia was going to fight in the daytime to accommodate, you know, well, he didn't say to accommodate, but we all know he's bowing down. They're bowing down the Ryan Garcia Luke Campbell fight, who's another UK guy. And they're bowing down to the bigger fight that night, which is Errol Spence, Danny Garcia. So I don't know who's even really checking for Tyson Fury, especially if he fights Ajit Caballero or Carlos Takam. So it looks pretty pathetic from the UK, but they seem to like this rematch room type of recycling opponents. You know, why doesn't Tyson Fury fight Filip Ergovic? You know, somebody like that. Why does it have to be Carlos Takam out of all the people? There's other guys that look more dangerous, you know? They were saying F.A. Ajagba. I mean, I don't know if F.A.'s ready, but at least he's a power puncher. You know, what is if you're going to give Carlos Takam any shot, then F.A. Ajagba probably has more of a shot just because of his size and power. You know what I'm saying? Because who's going to give Carlos Takam a shot to really win here? You know, this is bad. This makes Wilder's case, or the people who believe Tyson Fury cheated, look more realistic for sure. This man does not seem to want to fight Wilder next. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.